there's a guitar picking.
Alright.
What up, motherfuckers?
It's the worst Korn fans on the internet. Back again.
Can you see David and Josh?
Yeah, I can see everybody's here. Me and David were dubbed the worst Korn fans on the internet when we reviewed Serenity of Suffering. And it's all David's fault. Because he got some shit wrong. But I get shit wrong all the time. We all get shit wrong all the time. So
yeah, but no one watches it, so they don't point it out.
There are almost 600 people watch y'all.
Sorry, but if we got like certain topics,
yeah, we're almost at
people watch us. If we have certain topics, like for some reason when we did Limp Bizkit, that's our
dude. That thing's got almost 60,000 views.
Fucking
52,000 views.
Yeah, like how
everyone hates it.
Everything we've done over the last like 12 years.
There's like 100
this
dislikes
one
on there though, with like
this
60.
one goddamn video.
Alright, so the worst Korn fans are back. This time, instead of doing 2 videos like we did the last time, it's always hard to get all of us together to do something. Last time, David and I did a video, then Zach, me, and Josh did a video. This time, all 4 of us are together to talk some bullshit and talk about this new Korn album.
The Nothing.
The Nothing, yeah. The Nothing.
You know, I wanted to make a joke as soon as I heard that there was a Korn album called The Nothing, and I wanted to be like, well, it's nothing.
But
it's
nothing
cheap.
like the rest
It's a very cheap and immature joke.
At least it's something.
I thought, oh my god. When I turned it on, like he gave me this album last night. I came over here and I turned it on, and I'm playing this new driving game that's supposed to be a spiritual successor to Burnout. Yeah, well, I love the Burnout video game.
I like Paradise Lost one.
Yeah, it was great. It was good. But this is supposed to be.
But we're not talking about video games.
Anyway,
we're talking about Korn.
Anyway, I'm playing that while I'm playing the new Korn, and the first thing I hear is that intro.
That intro is bad as fuck, isn't it?
My
Dude,
God, that intro
so much
is,
like the bagpipes
They're
are
playing the
back.
bagpipes, and he's sitting there crying and shit.
He's fucking balling
He's
it. Dude.
crying his ass out.
We can't really laugh at him crying because he cries a good bit on this album.
But
because his wife died.
exactly,
His wife passed away. There's a lot of emotional anger in this album that it has not been on past albums in many, many years.
It's an angsty album.
It's a very heavy album emotionally.
Does this album start out with a goddamn banger?
That intro is so good.
Jesus Christ!
Cold,
it's
man. That shit
it's Korn.
Cold.
It's Korn.
Tearing it up.
Yeah, it's motherfucking Korn back. Heavy as fuck.
It's fucking Korn. That's what it is, dude.
It's like fucking taking that corn cob and shoving it straight up your ass. Like that's how hard it is.
Raw.
It is fucking awesome.
It's a dry corn. Not even shucked.
Got the husk and everything.
Right
The
up
husk
your
and
ass.
everything on the corn. Hey, what happened?
It's Calypso. I know he ran in here somewhere.
I haven't seen it.
Calypso is somewhere.
I haven't seen Cat.
Yeah, because he was.
Really?
I think he ran over. You should.
You know Cat over
Calypso,
here?
buddy. He didn't run through here a second ago.
I ain't seen no Cat.
Yeah, he's hiding, and he was not 8. There's a lot of commotion going on.
So anyway,
So, Cold. Cold is bad as fuck.
love that shit.
Oh,
Got the album right here.
the intro of the album. Holy shit! It sucked me in.
It grabbed me.
I couldn't even pay attention to what I was doing
I tell you
at the
that
time when I was
it
trying
catches
to
you off
do 2
guard.
things. Yeah, because I was like, it's just gonna be another Korn album. So I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna do something else while I'm doing it, and I'm playing a new game and listening to this, and I'm like, oh,
you had to press pause.
well, yeah. Several times I'm like, what was that?
I think this
I
is
sat there for a minute. I'm like, God damn, that was cool. And then the first 2 songs, amazing,
yep.
fucking brilliant.
Funny enough, they're both the
And
singles,
then-
right?
Yeah, they were both.
track-
Never gonna find. Never. Yeah. Or was
Track
You'll
3,
never find
you'll
me.
never
You'll
I'm
find
sorry, I
me.
don't remember what track 3 is called.
So, track 3 is The Never.
It.
Or no, not The
Or-
Never. What is The
No,
Never?
it's
There's not even a song called The Never.
Idiosyncrasy.
No, that wasn't. That was
3
No.
is You'll Never Find Me.
Oh, you
That
tell
song,
your
I'm sorry, I checked out.
Which song?
And
The 4th one?
third.
Which one is it?
Third track is You'll Never
Worst
Find Me.
Korn fans.
Zach said
Yeah,
the first
I'm
2
sorry.
songs.
I'm sorry, the first 2 tracks was amazing.
We're not talking
But
about the
the
intro.
third song,
Yeah, the actual
like
song.
as it rolls together, the first to the second, fucking brilliant. And the second song was the best the album has to offer. And then the second song after that, or the song after that, is bang.
I enjoyed the
I
darkness.
was bored.
The darkness. Well, the darkness is the
we're talking about a
one
different
next
song
one.
now.
No,
We're talking about
are we talking about?
track 3.
You never gonna find me.
We're talking about track
I wanna
3.
hear what
How,
Josh has to say
how
real
the way
quick,
the
because
album
Josh-
plays out.
Josh, if y'all remember, Josh said he didn't like that song all that much.
Yeah, I don't like that song.
The,
I'm like,
You'll
I
Never
don't like
Find
how
Me.
it plays.
No, I can
I don't like
I
how it
remember when
plays.
you came out, you were
together.
like, y'all
Cool.
might think this is crazy being the big Korn
Oh,
fan.
I didn't like this the way it started. I never really ever listened to
Well,
it.
it's-
Once
I
I
like-
heard it now,
You
it's
Never
better.
Find
In the context of the album, it's
Yes.
much better, huh?
Yes.
I liked You Never
Yeah,
Find Me because
it-
you have
yeah.
Cold, which is their heavy, like
I
his
mean, it's
lowest
there
fucking
to get
growls.
to the better
I didn't-
stuff.
You Never
it's
Find
it's
Me
a
was-
build up to the better
It
stuff.
was good though because you think about it, all their older stuff, right? It wasn't their generic Korn. It was Korn's, like how Korn has been, right? That's what You Never Find Me. Now there are generic Korn songs on there, but I think those are more towards the middle of the album than anything.
No. But even the generic ones, but
Are
let me let
good.
Josh say what he was going to. Josh was about to say something.
Well, it's just that some of the songs got that freaking the Korn melody, the way he sings it. It doesn't
And
feel
I think
like Korn like.
that's the
it's
mature
more
style of Korn is nowadays. You're gonna catch all those same that same setup as.
That is my only complaint about
We're
this
not gonna
album.
have '90s
Is the
Korn.
melody.
Is the
chorus
choruses,
melodies.
the hooks, but
Most of them work.
all the stuff in between that to me is so good and interesting and slightly different than what they've done before, especially Jonathan Davis, which I'll get to in a second. Is
the best
so
vocals in
entertaining that the very predictable nature of these songs doesn't annoy me as much as the previous albums have. So it's in this instance, it's a very small complaint. So it's something that I can write off now, and I can just talk about all the good stuff about this album, because everything else I enjoy, especially Jonathan Davis' performance.
Right.
Jonathan Davis does so many different things out of his normal box that for years he's been complacent. For years he's sort of just stayed in his comfort zone and sang in his normal style. But on this album, you're hearing styles that he's never touched before, and it's great. It's like, wow, especially on the song,
Lost or You're Lost. I'm Lost.
yeah, This Loss.
Yeah, this. I think that's the one where he sings. He
Yeah.
gives you that kind of melody you hear.
And
before
he says the line, happiness is a club I'll never be in. When you get that, there's that middle part to me is where it kind of sounds like Typo Negative, where you got the organ kind of making something, you got a slow guitar riff, and he's like, the way he sings on that is so fucking good. That I'm like, damn, this dude can actually has some fucking pipes on him
He's
when
got
he wants
some good
to.
fucking. He sings his ass off on this album.
Yeah, he
So,
really
yeah.
throws it fucking down. Because normally, always the band has been good to me, but on this album, everyone kind of goes above and beyond.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of Typo Negative, I think it's Gravity of Discomfort. That the riff without Jonathan Davis in it sounded to me like it was gonna be a Typo Negative song.
Oh, yeah?
It's style like it has that like Fear Factory, how their first album was. And then the Typo Negative, like you could actually, like I kind of heard that. I was like, man, this sounds like a Typo song.
Oh, Gravity Discomfort's that kind of slower track.
Right, but it sounds
Yeah.
like something
That's
would be
another
a
one of my
typo.
favorites on here. That's
figured.
another one of my favorites. Like, dude, this album, I don't want to say it blew me away,
It did because
but
comparing
it
it to
blew
everything
me
that's lasted
away.
the last 20
Exactly,
years.
it blew me away compared to like the last
Serenity and
20
Suffering,
years of Korn albums.
Totality,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right. It was,
All those shitty things
Holy
that came
shit,
out that I don't
yeah.
want to forget.
Dude, in between
Source.
issues and this, there has been a ton
Crap.
of garbage,
Garbage.
with hints of greatness here and there.
Yeah.
This is the first
the intro
time.
to the what was it? The second or the third? The self-titled Korn album. What is that?
Korn
The one that has Evolution on it.
It's
Yeah, that's Serenity. That's Single on the Other Side.
Okay. What?
No, that's Untitled.
Yeah.
Untitled is what I'm talking about.
Are we right?
The
though?
intro-
No, we are right. Evolution.
Thank you.
I looked it up.
I
Evolution
just
is on Untitled.
listened
Okay.
this. All right.
Transistor,
All right.
Twisted Transistor is a different album, which was See You on the Other Side.
Yes.
I made sure it was alright.
All right.
Suck. Alright, I've done my
We
thing.
got it.
That's my
We got it.
David, motherfucker.
It's a high five to this way, and you'd use doing it. Well, all right.
And scene.
What is the song I'm talking about?
Are you talking about the one that
Never, Never?
reminds you of Slipknot?
No.
It's on the Evolution, that album.
You were talking about
Evolution. That album. The intro was
Untitled.
great. Untitled. The intro.
Yeah, it was.
Do you remember how fucking circusy?
Yeah, it was a cool intro. There are moments
Like
on that
that's
album
what
I
I'm
do
saying.
like.
It's like Korn does a very good job at giving you an intro
They do, like.
and giving you what the album's gonna give you,
From
and then it's like,
After Issues, they always had
like,
great
that's
metal
what I'm
and
saying. It's
intros.
like,
But when
they
it got
gave-
to Jonathan Davis, I was always like, I'm over this.
At the beginning of this album, when it was an intro with bagpipes, I was like, holy
I thought
shit.
Issues, first
It
thing
took me
clicked.
back.
It
Holy
was
shit, it
very
took me
Issues.
back.
That
It-
whole
it
intro
took me
on
back.
here,
And
very
then
much
it
like
just kept
intro
going.
and Issues.
For about a minute and a half.
And and
and it
Travis
was
said,
like, holy shit.
Travis said, "Where's the bagpipes? There's your motherfucking bagpipes."
There's your-
right at
Yeah.
the beginning of the
Right at the beginning.
album.
But
I'm
sadly,
like,
that's the only
why
part.
Yeah.
is it not
And
in
he does
all
What
the
annoys
parts?
me is at least every album has one bagpipe moment. But
Does
do you
it?
know the album that has the most bagpipes?
There's no bagpipes in the last album. Though.
The one that has, that one has none. But do you know which one has the most bagpipes? Like almost in every song.
See,
See you on the other fucking side.
Right.
And it's
And
like,
this
oh,
is
why?
the worst album.
Worst
out
Korn
there.
album to me, but like has
Does
the
it really?
Yeah, dude, like
I
almost,
haven't even heard that.
dude, like almost every song has bagpipes.
Call me the worst Korn fan.
I haven't listened to it. in
I haven't
years.
heard that.
What's
My
wrong?
ears can't take it.
It's actually
See you on the other side.
No,
Like
it's,
every song has fucking bagpipes, like coming in at the end. Or just about every song. Not every song, but a good majority. To me, it has the most bagpipes. Google it. Which Korn album has the most bagpipes? I'm about to have to get another beer.
Yeah, me too.
So,
I have to pause.
Song-wise.
Smoke a cigarette.
Not yet.
not yet.
Okay.
Not gonna smoke cig yet. We haven't been doing this
Smoke
long enough to smoke
cigarette,
cigarette.
yeah. So, song-wise though, off the album, I have like two favorites on this album that I'm just like, this is fucking awesome. I'm a big
Oh,
fan
yeah.
of Idiosyncrasy.
Love it.
Love
Oh,
that
dude,
fucking song.
that's the one song.
God
I was
is
like,
making
oh
fun
my
of me.
God.
But it
That
has
sounds
so
like
much
fucking
power into
Slipknot.
that song.
When I heard that, the beginning of it, I thought it was Slipknot.
Yeah, but you just
and
got-
then
My
I
God,
was
it's
like,
just-
that's fucking cool. The God is making
Look
fun
at
of
that.
And I mean,
me.
it's one of those things like, so
Get another beer. I'm gonna let these
I
guys
heard,
talk.
Yo, grab me one.
when they did that rock album for the Nightmare Before Christmas things, right?
Yeah.
Korn did the what the fuck song was that with the three little kids on that song? On that
Oh,
song?
yeah.
Right. His little maniac, crazy kind of way of singing was what I've been wanting on a fucking Korn album, and this is
Oh,
where
yeah.
I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
he's just like just ripping into it, and just like most
I
people
love that part.
I like-
God is making fun of me.
Right.
Dude,
I mean,
like,
that
there's
shit-
so many
that's a
moments
headbanger right
of
there.
old Korn
right
that
on
comes
every song,
through
though.
the new stuff. That's like when you always said back in the day when you were making a news, every time there's a new album and the band hypes it up. They say we're going back to our roots.
Right.
We're doing what
It's
we
not
used to do.
there.
No.
This
time I fucking hear it.
Every
I
song
fucking
has something
hear it.
that's old.
It
Korn.
has something that's old,
something new.
but the new stuff is holy shit.
yeah.
I will say the one thing that's bringing it down is the choruses.
Yeah, the constant
Like
chorus.
when he tries to give you this one thing that you're gonna repeat over and over, that's not the one thing I'm repeating.
Right.
I'm repeating the one.
I mean, what you're headbanging to, that's
like,
what
yeah,
you
dude.
want.
Oh my
And
god.
you know what? So,
Hey, where the fuck your beers at? Or do you want a pumpkin?
They're outside.
but how everything, how it all works out though, you listen to it through all the way through. It's still, you hear that part and then goes back to something heavy. Or my favorite thing is that Korn always does is that they'll give you a chorus and then they just give you a breakdown where it's
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you just know
it's just
it builds up.
or
You
it
just know
just-
you're just
it
about
just-
to
it
fucking
stops.
slam.
It's quiet, and then
Like some kind
And
of
you
where
just-
you hear
you start nodding
Philly's
your head
fucking
to it.
bass on this album though. Just
it is good. All right,
I mean,
Phildy is the
don't hand that
dude.
shit to me. I don't fucking drink Korn.
Yeah, it's a shit.
I'll take one of your pumpkin bitches though.
Yeah, take
want
him
a pumpkin
give him
bitch?
a
Yeah.
pumpkin bitch.
What, do you want an ale, an IPA, or a stout?
L.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got difference?
Yeah, it was a
like
variety
this.
pack.
Well, give me one. Well, fuck. I
I
didn't
do
know
IPA.
you had
IPAs
the
are gross.
juice. I'll give
I
you a
hate
B
flowers.
if you give me the dude.
But yeah, so I mean, there are so many good parts to every song on
Yeah,
here.
dude.
It's not even like I can't dislike any song because there's something in every song that I really
Exactly. That's how I feel. Like I'm like torn because there's parts that I really don't like.
love. But
In
it gives you
every
something.
song, almost every song, there's parts that I really don't like. But throughout the whole thing,
Every
This-
song has
this is the
something.
best.
Yeah.
this is the best Korn album I have heard.
Since pre See You on the Other Side. Everything before See You on the Other Side was pretty good.
Well, okay, I can't pick. I don't know where that goes.
See, what's just
I'm,
the white
I'm
one?
the worst
No,
Korn
not
fan.
the gray one.
I'm the worst Korn fan. So I don't know where that one places. See You on the Other Side
It
was
came
that.
out after.
That was
Look
the
in
one
Mirror.
with the Alice in Wonderland looking cover, right? Had the rabbit little dude in
Yeah.
the center. Okay.
Yeah, that was that one.
Okay.
And then you had
if
the
we're
one with the
wrong,
bird.
then we're.
Which was Untitled. I was wrong last time because I got Untitled and See You on the Other Side mixed.
Okay.
But see, I've obviously done my research since then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say like
I mean, that's the
everything
thing. That
since
this is why I
Take a Look in the
say.
Mirror.
This is why I say, Korn are the Weezer of metal.
because they give you crap, good, crap, crap, and then finally something good.
No. Because they're very consistent. Do you see how every year there's a Weezer album and every year there's a Korn album?
I never noticed that.
Dude, for real. Every year.
All right, so the only ones left is a
There-
coffee ale and a stout.
What
I'll take
we
the
do?
coffee.
Which is
The coffee good?
This is the stout. That's the coffee ale.
Oh my god.
And then I've got
I'm not
the
gonna
Imperial
do
Pumpkin
all
Ale.
this. So, Weezer is like
That's good.
Weezer is like Korn because
Like chocolate.
they are constantly releasing albums.
Yeah, you're gonna get a new Korn album at least every 2 to 3 years.
Exactly.
That's true.
Or every 1 year. That is my comparison. I'm not comparing their music or what they've done musically at all. Hell no.
But Korn knows how to
I'm-
give the goods to their main fans.
Exactly. That's what fucking Weezer does.
So, I mean, because even the albums I hate, after issues, I mean, there's millions of Korn fans that love that shit, and that's
Yeah.
totally cool. I mean, that's the reason Korn is still, out of the whole new metal scene, they are still, probably next to Slipknot, the biggest band out of that scene, still putting out hits. And,
Yep.
you know,
Yep. Okay,
Godsmack
this is
was
listening.
there for a while, but, and even Disturbed for a while, but like their past couple albums, you know, did not have as much fanfare. But every time Slipknot or Korn put something out, I'm seeing all
Oh, it's
kinds of
tough.
people talking about it. So I mean, like Korn is still one of those big bands left out of that scene. So
Yeah.
and that you know, and that's also because they changed their sound a little bit, because they've got fans who like that sound. But me, I still like that.
But you know what?
That from Korn to Issues, still
That
my
frantic-
shit.
Yeah, that frantic kind of style that a lot of.
But you know what,
old Korn
boys?
did.
I gotta say, out of all the bands that we've grown up with, who's been the most fucking consistent?
And this
Goddamn Korn. No, it's
I wouldn't even-
Korn.
I wouldn't even
I'm
say-
saying
No,
release
System of a Down.
by release.
well, I
It
mean,
stopped.
They stopped right when
they stopped when they knew.
The stopping is not
Surge
what I'm
wanted
talking
to
about.
change it. They
The
stopped.
bands that keep fucking going.
So if you
That
still want
is
System
my
of a
thing.
Down, go pick up either a Surge album or a Darren album.
Don't pick
Yeah.
up Scars on Broadway. That's a terrible one.
But that last
It's so
Scars
bad.
was awesome.
Anyway, I'm
Well,
saying
when you tell me, there's only one Scars from Broadway. The second one is
Well,
Darren
Darren
Malkovich.
and
I I love that
Stars
second
on
one. It's
the
Like
fucking
what bands
great,
from back in the day that you can say can consistently still release
But
albums?
the thing is,
Rolling goddamn Stones.
another
I hate to
one.
say it, Limp Bizkit's still releasing albums.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They did for a few
Gold
years.
No, they're
Cobra.
not.
Gold Cobra was
Korn.
the last best one.
And what-
Korn
Yeah, like
are
good one.
way more consistent.
Limp Bizkit are on track to have the next Chinese Democracy because there's an album they've been
Yeah.
working on for years.
Yeah.
That every year they say it's coming out and it's not. It hasn't come out.
Yep.
man,
We've had songs here and there.
Yeah, they had that one song that was
Marilyn
really cool,
Manson
but then
releases
there's
an
nothing.
album every
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I mean,
about as freak.
and Limp Bizkit is always going to sound like Limp Bizkit unless you listen to Results May Vary. Results May Vary is, I hate to say it, is probably the worst Limp Bizkit album just because it has nothing I remember except for Red Light, Green Light. Red Light, Green Light, and that awful cover of
I
Behind
haven't
Blue
listened
Eyes.
to anything past Hot Dog Flavored Waters.
Well, Gold Cobra.
I haven't heard much.
Like,
Limp
the
Bizkit
last time I
about
heard it,
that.
Gold
It was so
Cobra.
bad. I
Yeah.
got
That's what I said.
That's the last Limp Bizkit. And what's funny is
It is that.
I don't know.
they still
anything
play
past that.
live
Beats.
shows now.
Right.
And this motherfucker hypes the shit out of rolling.
Alright, back to Korn.
Like,
Better go, yeah, we do
Oh
gotta go
my
back
God.
to Korn. Because I want to hear more of what Josh has to say
We
about
haven't
this
heard
album.
anything.
I've heard-
Josh, come on.
I want to hear
Yeah,
some.
we haven't heard
You're
you
Because
say
Josh,
a
Josh,
word.
new metal is
here's the
me.
thing. Out of the four of us, you and Josh are the biggest Korn fans. You've told me before Korn is your favorite band.
Well, no, it's my second favorite.
Second
System of
favorite.
Down's first.
Yeah,
Who was
I
first?
totally agree with that.
System of Down.
Oh yeah.
Totally agree with that.
They have
God.
not. They've done no wrong.
No bad album.
my
Korn to
favorite.
me
I
has
like
more
them.
bad albums
It's
than
great.
good albums.
They're great, but
Yeah, so what do you got to say, Josh? Come on.
I
We haven't heard one
see.
thing from
Because we were looking forward to when System of Serenity came out. I mean, I bought
We
that
were.
expensive ass
He
fucking.
did. He bought
Yeah, the
this.
Serenity of Suffering.
And because we heard the singles, and the singles were great.
It was Suffering with a Serenity. That's what it
When the album came out, that was the only songs that were we called what sounded like Korn. The rest of the album sounded something
Like
different.
he scattered on one of those songs.
Right,
Yeah.
like, so you got up till the fifth song, I think, on Serenity of Suffering, which was the one with
I haven't
Corey
even
Taylor,
listened to
Something
that
Wrong.
album since we did
haven't
the
either.
fucking
Right.
video.
You have Insane,
I don't
the
like-
Veins,
give it Josh.
whatever the Veins was the second song. Something Against the
Pumpkin
World
Stout.
with Corey Taylor, which I can't stand that one.
can't do.
It's pretty heavy.
But I mean, there was,
Oh, God, it
there was
is
a
heavy.
lot of.
Yeah.
Stouts
Yeah.
are always
The
heavy.
Serenity of Suffering for me was.
Oh
hit and miss.
God, I think I'm turning blonde, growing tits
Yeah,
now.
not a thing
I'm
for
a
me.
basic bitch.
The pumpkin.
You already have
I'm a
tits.
pumpkin
I don't
beer
understand why
fan
you're growing them.
every year.
But
Yeah, it's like,
I am
it's
the
a
male
lot.
equivalent
It's
of
a
the
lot
basic
on
bitch.
my, it's a lot on my belly.
yeah, but then so
Gotta
when
hear
the
Josh.
singles came out for this one, we're extremely hesitant because again, it was singles sound fucking awesome.
It's just good.
But
I like coffee.
yeah, it came out. It's again, I'm with you.
Yeah, I got the stout.
The whole
I got
album
the
sounds
coffee.
good. It's got some of that melodic
Asshole.
chorus in a lot of the songs, but they weren't bad.
Yes.
But it still had there was enough of the out each song to sound like a mix of
You know,
old
you're a
school
wild-
Korn with all the sounds that
With
would make
all
the
the
bass
new
sounds.
Korn stuff.
With some of the new Korn sound like his melodic
Yeah.
stuff. Because
That's-
I missed Monkey and Head's music. I
Alright,
missed their
I
sounds.
missed Head's music. Monkey is a guitarist who's like, alright, you can be replaced. But Head
But
had
he
a certain
did make some
style
of those
to it.
sounds
Yes. Head
Yeah, Head-
is something
Head
I was
is the-
missing.
That,
Right.
Yeah, you gotta have that.
And when you
That's-
hear
that
those
sound.
little, like just those little pieces of parts, you know, you're like, thank you, Head, for
Yeah,
doing
it's,
this.
it brings you
Just
back
the
to all
weird
the leaders.
noise,
Those
the weird
noises
lead
he'd make.
noise.
And which is why I'm a fan of I liked Head's solo shit.
And I haven't heard any of it, and I'm gonna have to eventually check
it's
it
all
out.
him. I mean, it's
Because I'm not gonna
all
lie,
him.
I have the only solo album out of any of these guys I have Fieldy's Dreams.
as long as it's not Jonathan Davis's.
And
one.
Fieldy's
so
Dreams.
It is
Oh, I'm
what
sure
it
that is
is.
awful.
Oh, it's
Oh, I hated
terrible.
that single, but I have
I was
Fieldy's
expecting
Dreams.
more Korn
Fieldy's
style
Dreams
heavy,
is something we
but
gotta do
no.
on
You have heard
random.
albums.
We gotta talk about Fieldy's
You have
Dreams.
heard Heads because it was
on-
Random
that's
picks. You
kinda
just
Christian-y
you just
sounding
pull
music.
your back and just hold something out.
That's the one he got all
Random Picks.
religious kind of on it, but it's not like Christian religious. It's a good album.
What is?
Heads-
Like,
Heads-
oh yeah, I mean no,
it's
like
really
he has
fucking good.
lyrically, he wrote it when he was just turning, just going Christian
here.
and getting out of all that
This
shit.
is an episode.
And the album goes hard
That's
as
an ep-
fuck.
No.
It sounds like it sounds like.
Like,
classic
I'm
Heads.
tired of hearing about fucking
album-
Frank Zappa.
Chris Head Welch's solo, like his first album,
Sorry.
that he did.
I don't know where
It's hard.
I'm just putting
But it has a lot of stuff on getting over alcohol and drugs, and it has a lot of stuff on finding God. But it has a song called Rebel, where he's basically, it feels like he's playing the devil, influencing kids.
Well, it's rebel, not rebel.
Whatever.
Rebel, yeah.
So he's like,
Too bad they're both spelled the same way and you pronounce it differently, just like produce
Money
and
is a good
produce.
song. I love
I
Money.
mean, there's a lot of, there's one where he
heard
ends this whole song of him throwing up in a fucking toilet.
It's produced.
Like he's just
Vomit on your face, cuz on your face he vomits. What's that ICP song? On your face he vomits. On your face he vomits.
He came out with another album right before he got back with Korn, called, the band was called Love and Death.
Yeah.
It is so good. I mean, he fucking vocal-wise, I think he needs to learn, they need to have him do backup vocals of some sort because his screams are fucking awesome.
That's speaking of screams.
Okay, wait a minute.
This album.
What does this have to do with Korn?
We're getting back to it.
Well, it's about
This
head.
has some of the heaviest Jonathan Davis screams
Yes.
in a while.
Holy shit.
Cold, man.
In a long time. I haven't
That's
heard.
my favorite song.
I haven't
on the
heard
album.
Jonathan Davis
Holy
scream this
shit,
heavy in a
dude.
long time. And you know what? Here's the thing.
It's just heavy.
Jonathan
Death
Davis
metal.
has probably
Death clock.
screamed a lot
That's
on the
what I
past couple
hear.
albums. But man, I haven't listened to any of these Korn albums
Right.
since we did the big Korn retro 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
Well, there's a way you can look at it.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
But I still go back to the first two. I
He
still
suffered
go
a
back.
lot during the first albums. He
Yeah.
was a depressed person. Then during like Untouchable times, you know how all the songs talk about they're fighting. That's all the infighting in the band.
Yeah.
Well, now his wife died. He's really
Yeah.
fucking depressed.
That's
and
why
angry
this
now.
album
dude.
is
His
so
music sounds like old Korn again.
so emotionally
Jonathan
heavy.
Davis'
Sorry, Jonathan.
performance
We don't
on
mean
this
to.
album.
We don't mean to wish bad things happen to you, but
Dude,
for
I'm
Korn's sake,
sorry.
It's
Well,
angry
that's the
shit.
thing.
I'm gonna say right now, Jonathan Davis' performance 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 on this album.
some of his best.
Because
His-
here's the thing.
his
Over the past 20
performance.
years, even though I'm not a
Holy
big
shit.
fan of a lot of these
He
Korn
gave
albums,
it his all.
the band has always been pretty good.
Yeah.
But Jonathan Davis is kind of bored because
Yeah.
he's been complacent.
Yeah.
But this album, I hate to
Oh
say
my
it.
God.
I hate to fucking say it, but
Your wife dying was the best thing to happen to the band. That's what he's trying to say.
We're sorry. Oh man.
You heard it here.
you heard it here, folks. His wife's dying.
The worst Korn fan ever.
Worst Korn fans ever. You heard. We're horrible people, y'all. Somebody had to die for this album to
Somebody
be
had
good.
to die for a good
But no,
Korn
all
album.
joking aside, the band has always been good, and yeah, the band pushes it harder on this album, like they go above and beyond. But even still, I think
They even have a song
Jonathan.
called Harder.
I still
Yeah,
think
it's like,
I
why did
still
you
say-
spell it like that?
Jonathan
Why did you
Davis.
spell it like that?
To me, Jonathan Davis still has the best performance on here.
He does.
Because
Yeah,
he's
it's on the
going
single with all
above
the
and
fucking
beyond
asterisks and shit.
where he's been complacent the past 15 years.
Yeah.
The band has always been good, but the band is going above and beyond on this one. The band sounds better
The
than
riffs are
ever.
fucking great.
Riffs are great, the drums are great. Man,
Dude.
Fieldy is still awesome as shit. But Jonathan Davis, just for the fact that he is really moving out of his comfort zone and really throwing some emotion in there, it doesn't feel like Jonathan Davis is just going through the motions like normal. You know, when every other Korn album, Jonathan Davis just sounds like Jonathan Davis. He's going through the motions. But on this album, because sadly his wife passed away, he's got so much pent up emotional fucking
I drank your
anger
backwash, bro.
that
I drank your backwash. All right.
it's coming out in his performance as well as his lyrics to a
That was
point that brings me back to the old
That
days
is
where I'm
stout.
like, okay,
Oh my God.
all
We
right.
were angsty
Got lucky
teens.
on that.
Yes, but the cool thing about it is even though I love the angsty teen shit because it reminds me when I was an angsty teen. But now, this is angsty adult shit. When your wife fucking
Yeah.
passes away.
Right.
When your wife fucking
Yeah.
dies. This is angsty adult shit.
What are you gonna
And
do?
he's getting it out. He's letting it out. And it is probably so therapeutic for the motherfucker. So therapeutic. But
Yeah.
Some of his best artistry.
man, some of the, I mean,
my God,
it's so
because
hard,
that's-
it's so
that's
heavy.
a different thing that
And
none of
this-
us have experienced.
When you
can
see
only
news
think about
articles
past
when his
tense.
wife died, what, a year ago? I can't remember, 2 years ago?
Year
when you
two.
see the news articles, you're like, damn, dude, the guy's wife died. And then you forget about it.
Shit,
But now
might
you
have thought
hear
that.
it.
My first thing was,
Now you fucking
we're
hear
gonna
it.
get a good kid.
You know what? All right.
was my
I
first
thought the
thought.
same damn
My first
thing.
thought was, oh damn, she died. We're gonna get such a good Korn album.
I thought
that was
the
my
same
thought.
thing.
Oh, we are horrible people, y'all. We
All
are.
right.
If
we
there
are.
is a hell, we're
But-
going
Well, you
there.
think about it, the best fucking lyricists always write better when something bad happened in their life.
I mean, that is true. That is definitely
Some
true.
of the best ones. I mean, you hear a bunch of shit because nothing really. Yeah,
like
I
Zach
get
said,
it. You're
in
writing
between
to
all
write.
this, it was infighting in the band.
Right.
Yeah.
And they just kind of stayed the same for several
But
years for me.
here's what I gotta say. Another person that went through the same thing, except the person's wife didn't die. Green Day's bass player.
This man always goes back to Green Day. I always go back to Marilyn Manson.
Green Day.
I always go back to
Always.
Where to get a
I have
ticket?
to. I want one. Put me in a Green Day concert, dude. One of these days.
All right, people.
I'm gonna
I
see
gotta
Green
tell
Day.
y'all this. I gotta tell y'all this. Great
One of
story.
these days.
Great story, y'all. I gotta tell
That's how
y'all.
long I've been around.
2003. David and I go to see. Me and Zach grew up poor as fuck, y'all. All right, poor as fuck. If you watch Married with Children or Roseanne or Titus, that was our
Titus.
family. That was our family.
All down to Titus.
Even Malcolm in the Middle, that was our family.
Malcolm in the Middle and Titus, yeah.
So,
yeah, well,
David and I went to go see on New Year's 2003. Shine Down, Three Doors Down, and Tantric.
Right.
I
we
thought
got a down door.
bad.
Tantric.
We were called Ozzy Osbourne kids.
Are you that Jack Osbourne kid?
you Jack Osbourne kids?
That's not nice.
So,
Shit, man.
we come back from the concert, and Zach here and my mom, we're all chilling, smoking cigarettes, chilling, talking about how much fun we had. And Zach mentions, dude, I would love to go to a Green Day concert. And David just says shit. David has no filter. David straight up says, do you really think your mom is gonna pay you $100 for some Green Day tickets? And dude, my mom gets up, so we're just fucking poor, aren't we, David? And then David was not allowed at the house.
For like 3 months.
No, the first reason he was, that was the second time he wasn't allowed. The first time was because Justin Mack had sticks.
That's right.
And they were beating your car with the sticks. And you were like, don't do that. And Mom's like, that boy can't come to my house no more.
Right? You feel tipsy?
That shit.
I'm sorry, that's probably not his car. And my little brother and sister are beating the shit out of his car.
Oh, man.
Or his parents' car.
Yeah, that's my car. That's my Kia.
That old
Yeah,
red
we
Kia.
didn't know,
My
but I'm
red
just saying,
Kia.
like, it was someone's brand new car.
Me and
But
David had
it
to
was-
sneak around to hang out.
Yeah.
It was gay.
Just like
I had to pull up to his front porch. He jumped in. We drove off. That's how.
I had to tell my mom we were
He was
going.
cheating
I
on
was
his
going
parents with me.
Oh,
Oh man, the good old days.
but now we're adults.
Yep.
It's hard.
Friends.
Hard to have a friend. But once you find that person, you're like, I gotta hold on to these motherfuckers right here, dude. I'm sorry.
How about
This is how
Josh
it do.
and David? My whole life, best friends forever.
I've just
known these
been here.
motherfuckers.
It's been Josh and David. I've just kind of been here.
Yeah. Zach's like, I don't got a best friend. I'm only best friends with your best
Zach's
friends.
the best friend too. Zach's the best
borrowed
friend too.
that.
No, I got my best friends.
Us four motherfuckers are the only ones
I've been
stuck
through
together.
We're the four amigos, yeah.
Right,
Oh
yeah.
my God, I've been here
Stuck
forever.
together out all these. David and I will go 6 months without seeing
Like,
each other.
He's the
But
leader.
when we fucking
Right,
hang out,
That's what I'm
the
saying.
leader.
Like, you're the leader, dude. That's what I'm saying. If we're the four amigos, you're the leader of the group. You're the Leonardo.
I don't want to be.
Well,
You're
you
the
are.
leader, man.
You are. I'm fucking Michelangelo.
Now you're right.
So,
Well, no.
let me hear some more about what you think.
I'm not the one.
As I said,
I don't know how far you've got. I don't know how far. We're cutting you off. We're cutting you off, and I'm feeling bad.
Smarter
I'm
one
fine.
than me and you.
I already said my piece. It's fuck. I like the album.
You like the album?
I have a
Okay.
I got at least a fucking almost
So you're
7.5
Donatello.
out of
Yeah, I'm
10.
Donatello.
7 out of 10?
Yeah.
Then
7.5
I'm
out of 10?
Alright.
Josh's, alright y'all, check it.
Alright.
He's
Check it.
right.
Josh's ranking. Josh's rating is.
We didn't even talk about the songs yet.
7.5.
We don't talk about the songs though.
We'll talk about the songs in a second.
Oh,
Can't
I
wait till the end.
actually. Alright, so you said 7 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, definitely. I'm saying 8 out of 10 right now. And we're about to get into why. Every song on here, like I mentioned, I normally complain when I get to this predictable Korn sound.
I mean, we should have watched back to see what
Korn.
we gave that one.
When I get to the predictable Korn sound, I normally get bored with it. But on this album, every song has moments that I absolutely
Super
love.
moments, just fucking
Super fucking
You
moments.
get bored for a second. you're like, oh,
Fieldy
shit.
gets to come in and do his low string slamping.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody on here, like I've said, they're going above and beyond. Like they've, no matter how much I complain about the earlier album or the past several albums, they're still heavy. There's still great heavy moments. And here's, like I've said before,
Untitled was their softest album ever.
even
It had
though,
Kiss,
even
which is
though
the only song I actually
See You
like
on the Other Side was produced by the pop producers The Matrix, that's a great industrial album. As an industrial album, it's a great album. But as a Korn album, it's fucking horrible.
It wasn't industrial though. You had
Oh, it's industrial.
Twisted Transistor.
It's
which
industrial.
is
Listen to that one
pop
again.
rock.
It's fucking industrial.
This is the one with Evolution.
That's
Evolution
that's
is
the
the
Untitled.
with the
Okay.
fucking
The Untitled with the
You
bird.
got it?
this.
Yeah,
Oh
that-
yeah.
I have all the Korn albums.
I got that for like $2 when Kmart was closing.
That's a great
Yeah, I bought. I
Thing
didn't get the price
is,
of that one.
thing is,
It's worth $2.
every song on here, out of all 13 tracks, now there's one with bonus songs, but I wasn't.
They have bonus.
Yeah, there's one with like one extra track.
On that album?
I want to hear.
But
Why?
me, I was so burned out. I did not buy the deluxe. I wasn't willing to pay the extra $2,
Wish you did.
$1 to get that extra track. But
Did you pay $2 for one song?
now you gotta think though, the bonus tracks is not what you base the album off of.
Right.
You know, bonus tracks are bonus tracks. You know,
Yeah.
you can talk about them if you want, but as far as evaluating the album, they have nothing to
Your
do.
tie here?
Yeah, I'm kind of loosening up a little
Why
bit.
does it feel?
Well, because I'm hot and I'm fucking
Gross.
sweaty, and
You're
it's the
holding
South.
The knot.
It is fucking
the
Georgia.
knot on your tie.
It is fucking
Feels
Georgia.
gross.
It is fucking
No.
Georgia.
Why does it feel like it's got mold or growing?
Not
in
mold,
it?
but sweat. I've been sweating all fucking
It
day.
feels like it's got mold.
I've been
growing
sweating
in the tie.
all fucking day. So, like I've been saying, this album, every single song has something I like.
Every single song.
Yes,
It blows
yes.
me away.
All right, all right.
When
I
I heard
gotta
the
agree.
single, I only listened
Every
to
fucking
David
song.
and I, we did a review for I Am Not Here.
You'll Never Find Me.
You'll never
They're
find
fine.
me.
Okay.
We did a review for that
The
a
song.
month ago.
I didn't like
Yeah.
that song. I'm sorry, but
I
it
liked
has,
it. I liked
it
it.
has things I like.
It made it did just like the
Alright.
the first single for the last album did was maybe be like, you know what, this might be a good album.
Right, and it got you to go. I'm gonna listen to the rest of the
I'm
album.
gonna, yeah,
And I thought it was
exactly.
good enough for that.
And so
The Cold.
I didn't listen to Korn when it came out because I was like, I normally have a 1-song limit if I'm going to listen to a single. I normally don't because I don't like to spoil it for me. Because if there's 13
Yeah.
songs, now guess what? Only 12 of them are new to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
So
Like that's the new Green Day. Only 9 of them are new to me.
exactly. So.
Sorry, I love Green Day.
I
So.
don't. I haven't listened to anything since
He's the
Yellow
resident
Albums.
Green Day fan. I like Green Day. We all like Green Day. to an
Everyone's
extent.
heard a Green Day song. and
Here
they like
is
the
what
song.
I'm saying
Yep.
to get to my rating. This album, every song has something I love.
I get it.
Not something I like, something I love.
Love's a hard
Because
word.
love is a hard word. Because I could say I hate it, but the loathe is a stronger word.
No, it's for the.
But
songs' names.
there are moments that I love that remind me of the Korn that I love, but also remind me of the things from the previous albums that I like. So here's the thing, this album has everything Korn has been good at doing in the
Yeah.
past 20 years.
Yeah.
You always find yourself headbanging.
I would
to it.
say
Yes, every
Yeah,
song
every
is
song.
a banger.
Every song
song
makes me move my head.
I
Is
said
a
this-
fucking
Alright, that's
banger.
the cool
Like
part.
I said, I normally hate the predictable song structure where it's verse, chorus, verse, chorus.
Yeah.
When you at least listen to the first two Korn albums, they are very odd in their song structure.
And this was the 90s though, so it's a lot.
And it was the 90s because so alternative metal was a different thing at that point.
Yeah.
You know, but Korn has been using the pop structure
Yeah.
for several years now.
But the
Take a look
pop
in the mirror was
structure
the
with
first
this,
start.
Exactly,
What's the
where
start?
it's like heavy ass beginning, chorus,
But that was
Yeah.
heavy
the album,
beginning
though.
or heavy part
Take a
in the
look in the
middle,
This shit had,
bridge,
like, whole-
chorus, ending. It's been the same for years.
Now they did like all right. So,
Now, hold on, let me finish
all right.
so I can get to my rating. So after that, even though this album does that, this album does have that predictable structure. Now some of the hooks aren't as good as others, but like Zach said earlier, the meat and the potatoes, the things about the songs
potatoes about the
are
songs on
so
every,
fucking good.
Oh my
There's
god.
not technically a single ballad on this album. There are slower tracks, maybe two slower
There's like
tracks.
two songs
it's
that I
heavy
can say.
somewhere.
All right,
but
I
they're
don't-
still
yeah.
heavy, and there's the emotion and the stuff
When
that
you
he's
get
singing
to
about.
the, like-
when you know what he's singing about, you know the fact that he's singing about how he's coping with the death of his wife. It hurts because I'm married, and I would be fucked up if the same thing happened to me.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I've been able to relate to a Korn album since I was a teenager.
Yeah, for real,
So-
dude. Because it's like, okay.
Like I
you're
said,
just
it is
talking about-
adult angst.
All right,
It is
but then,
adult
like-
angst. It's not I'm being made fun of, I fucking hate you. This is my fucking wife died.
And that's the part where God is making fun of me.
Yeah,
Comes in
'cause when
because
when you look at
get
it-
married, you're like, holy shit! I finally found someone that wants to be with me.
And,
then
I'm taking
she
it away.
dies.
Lightning.
It's like, oh shit! God is making fun of me.
So when you
Holy
look at
shit.
it, that is at the very same time I can laugh and joke and say, oh, this is a very juvenile lyric, a 14-year-old. But at the
No.
same time, you're thinking about this because nobody has a perfect
Yeah.
life,
He
even
might
in their
have not
adult
written
years.
that lyric as that in particular, but that's what you take from it. If
This
you're in that
motherfucker,
situation
this album
in your
is
life,
an outlet for him
Whoa.
to. If the song "Daddy" was him using an outlet to come out and really express his feelings of apparently being molested as a child by a family friend, this whole album is an outlet for him to
release his
rel-
feelings on how
Yes.
he feels about his wife dying.
Yeah, and
basically.
it's emotionally heavy. You
It
feel
is. It is.
How do you explain my
every
gift to you and other
song?
song?
Every
He killed-
song.
he killed
Yeah,
the
well, you
rapist.
might
But
get
mind
it.
you, like, I know your point. Like I said that earlier, every song is a fucking banger.
Crazy.
But it has to fall along the lines of having a fucking chorus.
But
The
that-
good parts
those
in between.
don't bother me.
There are
Those
some
don't bother me.
chords
Because here's
that
the
work
thing.
perfectly though.
Life is Peachy ultimately started the semi-catchy chorus
Yeah,
with Adidas. Love it.
yeah.
Follow the Leader. Semi-catchy chorus. Fucking love it. Issues,
Yeah, I
semi-catchy
get it.
chorus, love it. But the ones after that, for some reason, they don't work for me. But this one, the semi-catchy chorus, is the catchy chorus, like the previous albums. But they don't hinder the songs, because what's in the middle, the beginning, the end, the emotion, the performance,
Yeah.
is some of the best shit they've done as a band since, like you said, to me at least, says take a look in the mirror. Taking a look in the mirror has some great
I
shit.
didn't like that one.
But damn,
I think
I'm not a Korn fan.
Well, see, to
so
me,
I'm
though,
just
like,
kinda meh.
if we're going about albums wise, the crap
So-
up until Korn 3,
So-
and I like Korn 3 though.
let me stop you there.
Yeah, Oil Dale.
Shit was
Good album.
fucking
It's a
great.
great album.
8 out of 10 for me. 8 out of 10 for me.
Thank you.
Who farted?
That was me.
That was a real one. Not the
That
fart
was real.
machine. The fart
Excuse me
machine
while I'm over
outside.
8 out of 10 for me. So me and Josh, 8 out of 10. I gotta set things up. I take too long to explain my point.
Give it 8.
Let's get Zach.
No,
Zach
I want to
here.
hear David.
Oh, Zach wants to hear David. So let me
I
get
want to hear
you.
David's
Alright.
opinion.
Let me get you.
I'm gonna say it's to me, if we're gonna go through, I guess since the last time they were actually really fucking amazing, right? I'm gonna say this is a 9.
Ooh,
A
yeah.
9 compared.
I can agree with that.
And here's why.
All right.
Here's
Fist
why.
bump.
Though,
Hey,
right?
all right, fist bump, and then fist bump, and then Jordan.
We're touching now.
So alright. So here's why. Alright.
Gay.
So right? Fucking faggots. I'm a fan up until, like, for me, every Korn album up until you see on the Other Side, I loved Take a Look in the Mirror, because to me that had a better structure than a lot of the albums prior.
It sounded more like older Korn than Untouchables did.
Right. So, and then I'm a big fan of Korn 3. I like
Korn 3 is
about
awesome.
70% of those
But
songs
it's
were
missing
really
that
fucking
head
good.
noise. Like I always
It was
said.
the closest thing to it.
Closest thing. Missing the head noise. Oh shit, it's coming. We're almost done. We're almost
damn it,
done.
now on
So it
camera.
was the closest thing.
Not on camera.
Yeah, it was
Who
the closest
cares?
thing. Korn 3 was the closest thing to the older Korn.
Definitely
up
was.
until this album.
It definitely was.
Now,
Totally
this album, I'm
agree.
saying a 9 because of how well structured it is. On top of their older style from the first 3 albums that they did. And then, I mean, it is all issues. I mean, from the beginning to the end.
Like a lot
it's
of people have said that.
so
Issues
issues.
and Untouchables. A lot of people
Right.
say this is a
And
mix between
those
Issues
are,
and
to
Untouchables.
me,
I
you know,
can agree with
Travis' favorite is the first 2. My favorites
First
were
4.
First
that.
4.
I love Korn, Peachy, Leader, and Issues.
Right, but
those are my favorites.
as your,
I
your
like
starting
Untouchables
point though,
and see you on the other side.
issues. Yeah.
No, take a look in the mirror.
Did you
Sorry,
just
take a
say
look
see
in the
the
mirror.
other side? You
No,
can
take a look in the mirror.
walk out, boy.
Take a look in the mirror.
I'm
Like I said,
opinion.
Get the fuck
Like,
out.
I am the worst.
Untouchables
worst
is
Korn
one.
Because I don't know these albums.
Untouchables is one that I always forget how much I like until I put it on.
Untouchables was probably to me one of their heaviest.
It sounds like
It's heavy Korn,
Queen of
though.
the Damned, the album, because
Yeah.
it sounds a lot like the stuff
It's
that was
industrial.
on Queen
It's
of the Damned.
fucking
So I love
heavy.
Let's Do This Now off. Take a look in the mirror. That damn bagpipes and that
Take a
sweet
look
as
in the
Cool
mirror.
shit.
So-
on Take a Look in the Mirror. There is.
There are so many good songs on
Because
here,
Untouchables
though.
and Take a Look in the Mirror are less angsty and just more angry.
Right.
Angry.
And like you said, this is the best performance by Jonathan Davis
it
in
is
years.
for a
20
long
something,
time.
forever.
He doesn't feel like he's dialing it in.
Every
He's just throwing it
song,
in. He's just
right,
doing
in
it.
every
He's
song.
not going through the motion.
He finally, because Serenity was just like kind of like, all right, well, I mean, he's trying something, but
He's
he didn't
doing
do
his
anything,
thing.
and it was boring.
The band is cool. He's
Yeah.
doing his
This
thing.
one though, he is an instrument up for himself. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you have the Lost, which was where he's actually singing, which was like, what the
Happiness
fuck?
is a
I mean, he is
club
getting
I'll
jazzy
never
as
be
fuck.
in.
I mean, he is
So
his
good.
Queen is coming in, and he's just busting out like, I mean, it was fucking like, what?
Some of the
Jonathan,
best.
what are you doing? That's
Yeah.
amazing. He's
You're-
like, yeah, I
wow.
practiced.
You can actually sing, bro.
Finally Free was probably one of my closest favorite songs.
Finally Free is
I love
great.
Finally Free because it had an okay chorus. to it.
Finally
But
Free or
That
You
one-
guys like this song?
that one was
I'm sorry.
Look.
That's the first song on the album where I'm like,
You gotta listen to it this way. So Finally Free was
I'm
their
done.
slowest song on here, I think.
It is a
Except for the
slower
last, the last
track.
song was
Yeah, it is, but that's the one where
it
I
had
get
some
bored.
lyrically.
But you can have slow and be heavy
Right,
at the
and
same
lyrically-
time.
Yeah, but I get
Lyrically,
bored.
Finally Free was his wife saying, "You're finally free because she died." Right? This was his
Okay,
tribute
okay.
to. I mean, you listen to it. He even says, "You're finally free." Because of her
Yeah.
death, she's free from all the shit that
feel
we're
it,
around,
man.
and you know,
Alright,
I mean,
alright.
it is this emotional
You
tie to
fucking
it.
feel it.
And that's the main song.
Okay.
You know that all these songs you heard him getting out his anger, and then he's finally giving it to his wife in Finally Free. And to me, I mean, that's someone that man loved that woman because, and you knew it from that song alone. And I mean, it was a deep.
Even though at
fucking
the time
song.
they were estranged, they were sort of separated
Like you say,
when it
Yeah.
happened.
like you say, yeah, it's the most
But
boring
either
one.
way,
Go
it doesn't
back,
matter.
lyrically pay
When
attention
you find
to
out
it.
someone you've been with or someone you know is ass.
Yeah, you've got so
You-
much history
you
with that
got-
person.
you
Even if
got
you're
something to
divorced or
say.
separated, you're still
feel-
feeling it.
And I
feel
mean,
some
Finally
way.
Free is
I'm gonna
for
get another
anyone-
beer. I'll be back. Y'all keep
anyone
talking.
who just lost somebody or anything, not even it has to be a wife, just someone who's lost somebody. You're finally free from the bullshit life that everyone's
Yeah.
living. I mean, it was such a fucking emotional song, and yeah, it doesn't sound like it because how everything's played off of it. But I mean,
Yeah,
if
you know,
read into
at
the lyrics,
first,
you're like,
I
damn, that's a
kinda-
hard song.
It is, but at listening to it in an album perspective, like I don't know these things, and I'm listening to it, it gets boring.
You
The
can be,
way the album,
yeah.
if you pick the song by itself, it's great because there's parts of
Right.
that song that I like.
There are parts of that
There's
song.
parts of every song on this album that I fucking love and I adore. But if you just play it together, it gets boring to me. I was very bored. I was very bored with this song.
It kind of it was boring at
I
first.
know.
It had a good breakdown for one,
I know that
and it was good
there's
heavy.
all these things connecting it to certain whatever.
It is.
whatever.
I mean, back to Idiosyncrasy. That was probably, like I said, that's my favorite song on there, just because of his fucking emotion and breakdown to that song.
Yeah.
And I love the riff alone. I mean, it was such a good song. And I'm all for like the maniacal fucking crazy singing
Yeah,
that
like,
Jonathan
just
Davis
get-
and Corey
get
Taylor doing
nuts.
Slipknot. When
Like
they just
I
fucking
want to hear the
right.
I want to hear the bouncing off the fucking walls insanity
Yeah.
of this shit.
Now,
And they gave that to me, but then they had to stop and give me a hook and give me a chorus and shit. And I'm like, dude, come on. All I want to hear is a
yeah, and I mean,
give me
I
that.
I'm all for. I mean, just that whole like I said, up until the only song that really doesn't do it for me is the last song on here. Like
I
it's
agree.
it really. But what makes you think about it though, like for me, yeah, it doesn't do it for me. But if you listen to it from album A to B, like from one end to the next, it finishes it off because it calms
Yeah.
you down.
Oh,
You went
okay.
through this emotional state,
I
and
get
you
you.
get to the end, and it's just like, all right, I can chill now because I just got done with my whole
All
fucking
that.
like all
that. Oh my
that was
God.
just ripping it into
I get you.
and you're just like,
I get it. I get it.
for
I
real.
understand
Now
that.
harder,
Like
harder
listening
was
to
another
the
song.
whole thing, and then it
Yeah,
stops.
and it slows down right
It's
there.
like, holy shit.
Right,
Oh, right. I feel it. I felt it. I
and it
felt
gives you that chance to finally go, all right, I got a breather, so I have this song here. Now,
Yeah.
one of the grooviest fucking songs on
Like
this
we're not
album.
talking about the songs. We're talking about the feel of the album.
Yeah, the whole feel of this album.
the feel
though.
of it, like
Remaster
From
is
beginning-
very fucking
from
groovy.
beginning to the end.
I was talking about harder.
We're talking about from beginning to end.
From beginning to end. So when
It's
you
like,
start it,
oh,
and
it's
you end
it. This album is such an emotional train wreck.
It's that.
Oh my God!
It really
dude.
is. It's
I'm
so
gonna
bad,
say it right now. It puts you in the perspective of where he's been, where he's at, and where he's
It's
going to.
emotionally heavy.
Right.
It
and
is.
from
It
point A
is,
to
and I
point B,
love
I mean,
it. This is the first Korn album that I gotta
When you
say.
believe his delivery.
I
Yeah.
do. I
Right.
fucking do.
Because he's been
dude.
emotionally
Oh my God.
constipated.
Right.
So,
Emotionally constipated.
without-
He's finally
without
getting it
saying
out.
curse-
Like,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Well, I was saying, like, so I like to go break down by songs.
I just spilled beer all over myself. I'm really fucked up, y'all.
Slide
I am Oh no! What's happening?
rolling. Oh, I'm
Okay, we're back.
Rolling.
We're back. I'm drunk as a motherfucker right now.
I done lost a beer.
The camera
because I know I
died.
had a
I
thing.
have no idea where the camera died. It died. This happened to me and David the other night during
So
the tour.
Harder
I just beef.
is the grooviest fucking song on this album.
It is a very groovy track.
I mean,
That
and
went
then
in the remaster.
I
Remaster is
love
very
how
good.
he's like, why do you keep Cabin Life going harder and harder and harder? I mean, it's just like how he flows on his voice. Like, and then they all, and the guitars like.
I got another beer over there that I haven't finished. Just shit ass chorus.
So, I mean, I would say
Probably mine.
for a Korn album post Untouchables, it's a 9 out of 10. If you add in that, I will go to an 8 out of 10. But post, 9 out of 10. Their best shit since
I can
Untouchables.
definitely agree with that. Because, like I said, I gave it an 8. And
You didn't give it a
hardcore
9.
album. Hardcore
I
album.
didn't give
Love
it a
it.
9.
So, what does Zach give this album?
You're a Green Day fan, though.
Yeah, I like the Green Day album at least you didn't like it until they got older.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
I was the
Okay.
guy who liked the Green Day album that they didn't really like
I
until
didn't
they got
like,
older.
I didn't
realized
like
they
Warning
liked it.
until
I've
I was
never
older.
been a
Dude, I'm
Green Day
sorry.
fan.
Warning is one of my favorites.
It's my favorite. I love it.
When I
back
was
they were like,
14,
Green Day album I've
fucking
ever
hate
listened
Green Day is not in the equation here.
I know.
It's not a question.
Alright.
We're talking about Korn.
it's still bad about
Korn.
the chicken.
It's Korn.
Ratings, point, go.
7.
Oh!
Damn! David just died!
David died.
David fucking
What?
died!
Seven's still good.
I give this a 7.
Seven's still good.
Well, we got it. What
Because
did you do?
it's above
7, 8.
average.
8.
I
Josh and I an
give, this is the
He had a
best.
9.
Y'all need to listen to
On the
me.
whole thing, it's 8. Like
Let's
that.
go.
The
Explain.
time we've been doing Korn on this show, there's only been 2.
Which is true.
So the last one,
Well, we
I was
did
like, okay, this album sucks.
We
I'm
did
bored.
3 because we did the entire thing.
Well, you two did, but I wasn't there for that. I'm
no,
saying
me and
I'm
David
saying
did the
new-
Serenity. Then Josh, you and I did Serenity.
new Korn.
Then all 4
And
of
this-
us did the retro.
Yeah.
We did,
Yeah, we did all the.
but I didn't listen to all of those, so I was just there.
He was just there.
Yes. So this, as a whole, I give a 7.
And
I didn't listen to all the Korns. You know,
so you don't know how bad.
No,
it is.
I know. I know how boring and how bad it is and how it can get.
I mean, there's,
you know,
there's been
Kids-
some-
I've been there. I've heard it all.
He's heard Never Never.
Just because I wasn't prepared for the thing we did on the internet doesn't mean I wasn't there. I did it all. I've listened to every goddamn Korn album, but this is the most corny fucking Korn album that I've heard since 1999.
Issues, man. All
Issues is my thing. I'm sorry. I'm
Love
bringing
Issues.
it
Such a
from
good album.
Issues back. And they do all of that and more. But I'm taking down my score a little bit because the stuff I didn't like after Issues, the stuff they keep beating in your skull is we have to have a chorus.
See,
We have to have this thing that you remember about the song, and that's not the thing I remember about
that's the
song.
thing, though. So, okay, Korn has been around so long. I'm sorry to cut you off.
You're
but
good.
Wait, Korn's been around so long that sooner or later the band has to evolve into a different perspective. But
They're not
remain-
evolving.
How much have
They-
they
They're not
really
evolving on
evolved?
this
Look at-
album.
all right,
How much
just-
have they
okay.
really
All right,
evolved?
think about
though?
it. When I mean evolve,
The
okay,
most evolved they've
They're not
ever
evolving
been
on this
was
album.
the dubstep album.
Let me
That was the most evolved they've ever been.
Evolution.
When I mean, when
We're calling it
let me,
Evolution.
all right, let me bring it down then. When I say evolved, they have to. All right, not evolved. How about they have to basically get with the times of how things are going. They have to stay with it. They can't keep playing new metal from the 90s because sooner or later all those people are going to be us, 30-year-old men or 30 to 40-year-old men who still listen to them, but they can't get any new fans because all the shit's from the 90s. They have to give those choruses because A, it's what's popular, B, it's what keeps them there. It makes them so big. 13 albums later.
That's why they're the Weezer.
That's why Metallica did the same fucking
That's why
thing.
Metallica
Did the
is
same
the
fucking
Korn and
thing.
Weezer.
And you guys give Metallica 9 out of bullshit. They do the same fucking thing. That's what happens with the fuck. When you give it a 7. When you give the new Korn album a 7 because I haven't heard this shit. No, it is at least minimum an 8 if you compare it to everything. Because the fact is, yes, they have changed from their original 4 albums. But they are still
number 1.
fucking Korn. Unlike Metallica and coming in with a fucking trash can to drum, they had to devolve. in
Best
order to
Metallica
get good.
ever in the past 15 years. Lulu!
They had to devolve their
Lulu
music
from
because they
Metallica
got
is the
too
best
shitty.
Metallica album ever. Changed my mind.
What is it?
Lulu.
But I'm saying, all right, so to make my point though, is the fact is that how you're saying, yeah, it's a 7 because that's all I've heard, but it's an 8 because they've gone to the point where they're
feel you.
getting back to where they started.
I got you. So if
But
we
it's
add
still
our,
a 7 though.
if we,
Change my mind, motherfucker.
I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm saying you got an 8, I got a 7. You got a.
I got a 9.
I had
You
an
said
8.
6.
I
said
no,
8.
I said 8.
We all had 8.
8, 7, 9.
Oh, this is better than
Overall
6.
average
Okay,
is 8.
okay. What I'm saying is, what's the average of all of our
It's an 8.
scores?
Because 2 8s, a 7, and a 9, about an 8. 10, 8.5.
Now, the only reason I didn't give my reason of why I'm giving it a low. Now, see, a 7 is fucking amazing from what I hear. All right,
And it is.
it's green.
Because it is still above average than
Yes.
normal Korn.
It is.
It is above
So-
average than the past 15 years.
It is. It is
Right?
the most fucking corny Korn album you will hear since 1999. Now my point is, I give it a 7 because I get bored and I check out when the choruses come in. And it's the same thing over and over. But there's
That
things,
repetitive structure,
Exactly,
that
the
very
repetitive-
predictable
you know,
nature.
when you hear one song
The thing
start,
that annoyed
you know
me with the
exactly
last
where it's
album.
going to end.
The last album had bad songs.
But you know where these songs are gonna go.
Yeah.
You do.
And they bring you to these cool places. But then again, that one part is like, why is
The
this
choruses
trying,
are so telegraphed.
why is this the telegraph moment? Why is that stringing it all together? Because the parts before that don't belong.
Because my question is why, when you take follow the leader, for instance, which is
7.
definitely the most one that took the catchy chorus and fairly predictable nature of pop structure songs, verse, chorus, bridge, verse, chorus. Why is Follow the Leader so fucking good? Because you get something takes a part of me, something's raped and blah blah blah. Why is that so fucking good? Why is that so fucking good?
It's so wonderful. Our childhood just got summed up into Fat Albert.
Why is
I forgot those lyrics.
why is
That's not part of the song.
why does, because they didn't necessarily start the fairly predictable nature of songs till Follow the Leader. That's where they first started to really dive into a accessible nature of songwriting. Because when you look at the first Korn album and even Issue, or I mean not Issues but Live Speeches, even if you look at those first two albums, Life is Peachy does the Adidas and it has a fairly catchy chorus. Nothing else on those albums have a very verse, chorus, verse, bridge, verse,
Right,
chorus
they're all over the
structure.
place.
They're all over the place, like you just said. But why is it when you get, especially me, my preference, when you get to...
You related to it more when you were younger.
When you
That's
get
why.
to Issues and Follow the
Well,
Leader, those use those a lot. Those two albums are definitely when the fairly poppy structure of songwriting comes in.
Well,
Why do I like those more than everything that came after? Because like I said, I like See You on the Other Side as an industrial album, but as a Korn album, it's awful. Why do I love the dubstep album as a dubstep album, but as a Korn album, it's awful?
It's just a
When-
dubstep. It's a dubstep songs featuring Korn. You
That's
know,
what
I don't
always
look
feel
at that
barely
album like it
featuring
counts.
it's a Skrillex album featuring
Exactly,
Korn.
yeah. I don't
Yeah,
look at
everybody only
that
had one
dubstep.
fucking
I'm sorry,
song. It was a
everyone
Skrillex
looks
song.
at that like.
And why
Yeah,
do
it
I...
gets boring as fuck.
Why do I like the heavy parts on Take a Look in the Mirror, but I don't like the catchy chorus parts?
One time,
Because it's catchy.
because
Why do I like the heavy parts on Korn 3?
why do you like Tom Waits?
But the
You'll never know.
I can tell you a million reasons why I love Tom
He'll
Waits.
give you reasons.
Yeah.
But
We'll be here all night.
Yeah.
we're talking about
Don't-
Korn.
don't
As
even
long
try.
as the album tracks.
You shouldn't even try it with
The thing
that.
is
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's just
It's different
Korn.
from everything
It's
else.
fucking Korn, dude.
I've hated
You're
Korn
familiar. It's familiar.
for the past,
familiarity.
let's say, 15
Whatever
years.
the word is. I'm not trying to.
For the past
do,
15
but
years,
yeah.
I've been over Korn because their songs are so predictable. But this
He's
album,
been over him, but he's got all of them.
I do, and the only reason I bought them all was
Oh
because
well,
of the
he's
retro.
got more albums than all four of us.
Same reason
Combined.
you started
Even
not
combined,
liking Marilyn
yeah.
Manson
I
when
have
you started
20
changing
albums in my
stuff.
car,
It's
that's
because
about
So,
something
it's
you
Yeah,
predictable.
he's got more than
It's not
that.
even
And I got
predictable.
more than he does.
all these
We're
bit
like-
artists are something that you hold to your childhood.
Probably have
But when it changes
maybe
as an adult,
six.
you don't like it as much. And when you
Yeah.
start going back to what you
I'm gonna
used to
say
like,
I didn't listen to any Korn until my high school days. So until like
Yeah, because
Well,
you
pretty
were
much all of us did.
you
I'm a
didn't
late
really
bloomer.
become a metalhead till you and I had met.
Yeah, I mean, I was into like heavier rock music up until probably about 2003.
Yeah,
And then
you
I
and
got
I
into a lot
had met. That's
heavier
when
music.
you really started.
My first Korn album was Issues.
Yeah,
So
and
then I
that
were
started
saying
works.
back.
But that's what
You're
I'm
saying
saying.
Travis
is,
tainted you?
No.
I
no,
tainted
Travis,
David.
you did
David
not taint
tainted
David.
me too. I mean,
We tainted all of each other.
exactly.
Why are we
We
talking about
tainted
taint
each
on
other.
the videos? I don't know. No one tainted me.
we've
I'm just
tainted
saying.
each other in many
tainted
different
himself.
ways. I
Did
mean,
he taint you with his goodness of music interests?
there's a lot of stuff that David likes that I'm not a big fan of, but there's a lot of stuff that I like that nobody's a big fan of.
Trust
Frank
like,
Zappa.
you like this?
Yes.
Well, check this out.
I'm the only one in this room that's
Yeah,
gonna
Frank
jam
Zappa.
out to Lord, people.
nobody likes
Yeah.
No one
Yeah,
under
no
40
one.
likes what Travis likes.
No one in this room is going to listen to the Lord willingly. Sorry. No one on their
South Park
free
Lord.
time
I am
is
Lord.
going to listen to the
Lord, Lord,
Lord.
We
But-
like the Randy Marsh
Lord.
Lord.
Lord,
But I think
Lord,
what
Lord.
it is with this
Or
album.
Lana Del Rey.
I like Royals.
Oh, I love Lana
I
Del
like
Rey.
that song.
likes Royals.
But
Lana Del Rey
willingly,
is
are
so
you going to
good.
listen to a full album?
No.
Exactly.
Oh, that first Lord album is fucking
Well, yeah,
fire,
there we go.
I
bro.
like Billie Eilish.
You,
Billie
did you
Eilish?
get- What did you say?
Billie Eilish.
What about her?
I like her album.
She's
She
alright.
doesn't
I'll
do
give
nothing
her.
for
I'll give her
me.
a thing. Yeah.
listen
But
to
I
her.
respect the shit out of what she's doing.
Yeah.
So in about
That's how I
5
feel
years,
about her.
in about 5 years, I'm probably gonna love her.
Yeah.
Right. When he's 40, he's gonna be like,
When
yeah.
she's like
She
23,
was under 12.
I'm gonna love the
so
shit
I
out
can't
of
really
her.
like her when she's under the age, but now that she's older and an adult, I would.
23 years old is the thing. When she
I
hits
like
that
to admit,
age,
I
I love some Billie Eilish.
I do
Here's
like
the
to listen
thing.
to
I think the
something
big
like
thing. I think the big thing about Korn's the Nothing. What are you doing? You trying to get them demonetized? What's wrong with you?
That doesn't work. YouTube will shut us off.
I think they got demonetized a long time ago talking about using
We
the bad
have been.
word.
We're not making
F word
money
for
off.
starters.
We're not making
They
money
don't
off
demonetize
of
people for
YouTube.
cussing.
Who else? Who else?
Fuck!
Hardly anybody's ever heard
Fuck!
that. Dog fashion disco.
Dog fashion disco is rad as fuck.
It's very highly underrated. and not a lot of people like
for
that.
fucking cussing.
So, let's calm down for a second. Oh, let's calm down for a second. Let's calm down for a second.
Alright.
Let's calm down for a second. Alright. I think the thing about this album
People who aren't drunk.
Korn.
is the fact that he had some real shit to say.
His wife died, and that's like a lot of things.
He had some real shit to say. I done lost the boot.
Entertainment.
He lost the boot.
We're gonna listen to this.
He had some real shit to say. All right. So where we are at a what? An 8, an 8, a 9, and a 7.
I'm a 7.
This motherfucker's throat singing over here. I done lost the boot. I'm too fucked up to comprehend basic math. So, I would say this is the end of the video, y'all. I mean, I'm too fucked up to do anything.
It's not the end of the video.
It is the end.
All right, well,
I've done lost the other boot.
You lost the boot.
When I start losing socks, it's over.
It's over now.
The socks
Don't do
are
that.
about
Don't
to
do
go.
that.
The socks are about to go. I need the
Pick your
socks.
foot up, goddammit.
I
can't get it over here.
I'm too fucked up.
Can't get it over the hill.
Josh, help me. Help me,
You had
Josh.
socks on. That was for when he used to get high.
Are you wearing
don't do that no
two
more.
pairs?
So socks.
You're wearing 2 pairs of socks.
8, 8, 9, 7. You heard it here first, folks.
Come here.
You heard it here first.
We're taking it off. Look at your leg.
Oh man.
We're
It's one of
taking
those
it
right
off.
to the end moments.
Coors is fucking awful. You heard it here. It's over.
The worst chord band.
I gotta hit stop. I gotta hit stop. I gotta hit stop.
Oh,
I gotta,
Why?
I gotta hit stop.
It was such a
Yeah.
as your head.
Hey, like and subscribe. If you like this bullshit.
Like us and subscribe.
The worst Korn fans on the internet.
Somebody help him.
Coming at you live